So guys, today I'm here with my first build video inside of episode 2 Revenant. This build is focused really around just 100% grenade uptime, being able to freeze entire rooms of enemies, and then using your other abilities to just explode the entire room. Very good for ad clear and also very good for dealing with chunkier targets. This build does take advantage of Icebreaker, but it's not really a necessary part of the build, which we'll get into in a bit. But before we get into it, as always, if you're going to enjoy this video or find it helpful in any way, I would very much appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. But with all that said, let's just jump into today's build. So, exotics we're using, Osmomancy gloves, weapons that we're going to be using, Icebreaker or Conditional Finality works great. But let's just dive into the build itself here with the subclass breakdown. So for the abilities, Phoenix Dive, Incinerator Snap, and Cold Snap grenades are going to be the ones that I would recommend. Supers, you can use whatever you want. I just use Song of Flame because it's a nice thing to have. And then for the aspects, I'm using Devour and Hellion. Hellion pairs really good with Phoenix Dive because it's a shorter cooldown class ability, and Hellion pairs also really nice with Devour because it counts as an ability final blow, helping you keep Devour active. Now, for your main fragments, I'm using Facet of Dawn, where powered melee hits against targets makes you radiant. Then Facet of Hope, whilst I have an elemental buff, my class ability regens more quickly. Then I have Facet of Command, where freezing or suppressing a target will reload my weapon, and then also defeating frozen or suppressed targets creates a Stasis, Shard, or Void Breach, which is going to go nicely into helping my abilities regenerate faster. Then I have Facet of Ruin, increasing the size and damage of my Stasis explosions, as well as increasing the area effect of my solar ignitions. And then finally Facet of Balance to basically increase ability uptime as well. Now for the exotic, I'm using Osmomancy gloves for the additional Cold Snap grenade charge, and so that they travel a little bit further, helping me freeze entire rooms of enemies, because obviously once a Cold Snap grenade hits a target, it will send another seeker out, and that will go to another enemy, and that will just chain, which is really, really fun. You can obviously use a Osmomancy class item if you have that, but I don't think you get the additional grenade charge that the gloves provide, which is a really nice benefit to have. Now for the weapons, I'm using Icebreaker in the gameplay because freezing enemies and then shooting them with Icebreaker to cause ignitions is just a whole lot of fun. Obviously, if you don't have Icebreaker yet, you can use Conditional Finality as another alternative. And the one benefit Conditional has over Icebreaker is, of course, this gun alone will be able to freeze and ignite targets without any trouble, whereas with Icebreaker, you're only getting that benefit of ignitions. But I do prefer Icebreaker in this case because it has more range, so we're able to just chuck a grenade out from a distance and then snipe them from farther range, and also the infinite ammo capabilities of this gun. So if you don't know, Icebreaker's trait No Backpack means that if you get a double kill with your abilities or your weapons, you'll regenerate ammo. And if you have the Catalyst, which I currently don't, but the Catalyst is available and is known to state that when you shoot at a frozen or slowed target, you'll also refund ammo. So the idea, chuck a Cold Snap grenade, freeze the target, shoot it, get the bullet back, and then ignite everything in the room. Keeping ammo is really, really good. So you basically can just use Icebreaker as a primary weapon and pair that with another special weapon if you want to. Maybe a Chill Clip rocket sidearm like the one coming with Iron Banner this episode. Or maybe just a Cold Snap heavy, or maybe an incandescent weapon if you don't have Icebreaker instead and you want to use conditional. An incandescent weapon would also be really, really good for spreading that scorch and ignitions and all that good stuff. And then finally, moving on to the artifact here, the main perk that I'm taking advantage of is going to be Brain Freeze, where frozen combatants become surrounded by a chilling fog, which slows combatants that aren't already. And then if you're using any of the new seasonal weapons, you also get the benefit of dealing more damage to frozen targets, which is great. I don't really use any of the other seasonal perks in this artifact, but you can if you want to. The grenade launcher set of perks are very, very good. Free weaken, free area denial, and a free increase to reload speed is great. Increased movement with Killing Breeze is also very handy, but those are just the ones that I use. There's a whole lot of other stasis ones if you're using like stasis melee or just the stasis subclass in general. So definitely would recommend just testing out all the different perks here to find out which ones you actually like. And I believe that's everything, apart from, let me just preview the mods here that I'm using. Pretty basic stuff here. You've got your grenade kickstarter for just even more grenade energy, and then just the general suite of more grenade recharge on orb pickup, and just health on orbs, and all of that. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Oh yeah, one final thing, if you want to know what other weapons I'm using in the gameplay, I have a Demolitionist Firefly Bygones, which is once again helping with the grenade recharge rate a little bit there, and then heavy wise I have an Envious Assassin Bait and Switched Edge Transit, which I don't think I use all that much in this video, but just in case you're wondering. And yeah, that's it for today's video. If you want to take this build for a spin yourself, I'll have a link in the description. And also, if you want to use a stasis variant of this build, you can do. I wouldn't really recommend it though, because Facet of Ruin is the main benefit here, giving you both ignitions and stasis benefits all in one. But a stasis version of this build works really well as well. You can use things like Ice Flare Bolts, so that shattering a frozen target will spawn more of those Seekers, helping you once again with freezing entire rooms of enemies. And then I'd recommend Glacial Harvest, just to help with your ability regeneration. And then just basically use stuff that affects frozen targets and have some fun with it. And that's literally everything for this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That's it from me here today, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.